Okay, back on the Morning Brew. Let's get started with our first guest, Sharon.
All right.
Good friend Shavone is here.
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing, Shavone?
Yeah.
Doing good, adjusting to the time change, but you know, glad that there's more sunlight when I get out of work.
Right?
Yes.
I love that.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
You brought a wonderful guest along with you today.
We have a wonderful performance today by some of the lovely ladies of Hembras de Pluma, which is a collective of women artists and comadres that have transformed their stories each into 9 10-minute performance pieces in the forms of poetry, monologues, short plays, which will premiere at the National Hispanic Cultural Center over the next 2 weeks for the 9th annual Women in Creativity event, which is a month-long series of events celebrating women's creativity and entrepreneurship during Women's History Month. So along today with our 2 performance artists, Andrea Serrano and Silvia Sarmiento, we have artistic director, actor, creative community activist, and native New Mexican Alicia Lueras Maldonado to tell us more about the event.
And welcome
So
back
welcome
to the
back.
show. You
Thank
were with
you.
us
Good morning.
in December, you were saying.
I was,
Yeah,
yes.
good.
Thank you for the opportunity and the
Welcome
format.
back. Good to have you. Well, I want to know about this event. I love the logo. We'll have our director
Thank
put it up
you.
for us. It's really a nice graphic piece.
Yes.
I love
So,
the flyer.
Now, this is
fill us in.
Yeah, this is the 9th year you'll be doing this. What was kind of the inspiration? How did this come about?
So the show is actually called Hembras de Pluma, and we are part of the Women in Creativity collective in 2014. But this is a new collective of women artists. I've had the privilege of performing in shows for Women in Creativity in the past, but this will be our first year working together as a collective of 9 women bringing this event to Women in Creativity. And it really started, over coffee, over a glass of wine. At the end of the day, there was myself and a few comadres and good friends talking about our lives and our stories and childhood and love and loss. And, we would always end the night with these great stories, and we'd be laughing and crying and just talking about it. And we're like, okay, let's stop talking and start writing, because we've got such a wealth of stories amongst ourselves, and let's write them down and put them up in a show. And so I went and talked to Shell and Valerie with Women in Creativity and said, hey, we've got this idea for a show. What do you guys think? And they were like, we love it. This is awesome. Do it. And then we approached the NHCC, the National Hispanic Cultural Center, who are just phenomenal folks. And I asked,
It's
I said,
beautiful.
yeah, I said, do you guys have, space in March on your calendar? And I met with Joseph and Reeve, and they said, not only do we have space, we want to be a partner in this.
Oh, good.
We think that it's so incredible to have these women telling their stories. So they became a partner in helping us present this, along with Las Mega Nenas, which is a local Latina theater troupe that I'm a member of, and a couple of the other women in the collective. So we've got 3 partners: Women in Creativity, Las Mega Nenas, and then the NHCC.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Now, so when's the event?
So the event is March 20th is our premiere, or our preview, if you will. And we run that weekend, 20th through the 23rd, and then the following weekend, the 28th through the 30th. So it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday format the last weekend, with a Thursday night preview the first weekend.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Great.
So we're going to have a performance.
Yeah, by Andrea Serrano, and I guess Andrea first, and then Silvia.
Actually, we're going to go
However it
Silvia
goes.
Sarmiento first. And
Okay.
her piece is called Black Coffee. It's a piece that she's written, a personal account. All of these stories are personal accounts from the women, which is really beautiful. And they're performing in their own pieces, which I think is really unique about this particular show.
All right, let's take it away.
I am 8 years old. I am in my room, cutting paper dolls out of the Sears and Roebuck catalog. I cut mamas and daddies and sisters and brothers. I am making up families with abuelitas, mamas, daddies, sisters. I even cut out the beds and make a slit where the pillows are and slide my paper dolls in to make mimis. My mama comes in. I look up. I want her to play. She does not know how to play. Que trochil! A hand hits my head and pulls me into the floor. It growls. This is not my mama. The demon vanishes as quickly as it came. I get up. I straighten my dress. I walk out the door and into the schoolyard full of faces. The sky is so bright. I can't hear a sound. My friend Mary Jane points and laughs. Estás toda greñuda.
That's great passion.
Yeah.
It
So
really is.
that's an excerpt
Yes.
from a 10-minute piece that she's written.
Wow. I love that kind of performance. It's so good.
Yeah,
It's
and
so
it's,
good.
it's such a variety. Some
Yeah.
of the women have cast members in their piece, acting it, more vignette, short play style. Others are monologue, one person account. So there's a lot of variety in the format, which is really nice.
And now we have Andrea, who's also been on the show before.
Good. Andrea?
Take it away.
Mom. Some of my earliest memories are of my mom. Short jet black hair tightly wound into yellow plastic rollers. She fluttered around the house, pulling her telephone cord as far as it would go, hands in dishwater, or in her Tupperware bowl, mixing masa and rolling out tortillas. My mom was rarely still, unless she retreated to her bathroom. I remember the light that filled her sanctuary. Her relationship with her reflection was better than a best friend. Their time together, a moment of solace, a break from 6 daughters who had dibs on most of her time. Café con leche skin, café sin nada eyes, a soft body housed in a short frame, long, beautiful fingers attached to hands dusted with freckles. I wish my hands looked like hers. I sat still as a stone, observing her ritual, afraid I'd be sent away. First she applied foundation. Then she took one of those long, beautiful fingers, gave it a quick lick, dipped them in pots of blue and green Mary Kay eyeshadow cakes, and gently rubbed her eyelids to match the color of peacock feathers. Finally, my favorite part, black liquid eyeliner. Black liquid eyeliner is no joke. One slip and you can poke your eye out, or worse, smudge your makeup. Then you have to start all over. With her eyebrows raised and her eyelids half closed, the whole world held its breath as my mom traced that thin line along her lashes, creating cat eyes and attitude. A Chicana Nuevo Mexicana, Brigitte Bardot. Thank you.
What's amazing is these are all their own stories too.
Yeah.
And what's the importance behind actually people telling their own stories?
You know, when we sat and started talking about this, one of the things that we all agreed on from the get-go was that we really, as women, have a place, right, in society and in the world. I believe as storytellers, as caretakers, and so when you share those stories, you're empowering yourself and you're empowering your community. And some of these stories are not easy to tell. So it's almost been like I was telling Shavone, it's like, a limpia or a ceremony to let it go, because then it helps you heal and you can move on. And so the idea around this collective, it's called Hembras de Pluma, which means women of the feather, or the pen. Pluma is a feather or a pen. And hembra means feminine or woman. And the idea is when you work in a collective and share your stories with each other, you lift each other up, right? You kind of give air beneath your wings to fly, right? And the idea is that we keep lifting each other and lifting each other. And it's a celebration of resiliency and life and empowerment to share these stories. And so that was really important for us to not only do that for ourselves, but to also be a role model or show a younger woman or someone else who might have a story that they would like to share, that that you can do it. It might not be easy, but
Yeah,
it's
overcome the
definitely
fear
possible.
of revealing
Exactly.
yourself a little,
Exactly.
yeah.
Which is very scary.
It is.
You know, it's scary, but it's
And they really show their passion when they speak too, which is great for them to tell their own stories.
yeah.
Well, we got some talent here, obviously.
Yeah.
So this is a great event. Again, the 20th it starts it off. Fill us in on the details again, Alicia.
So again, Hembras de Pluma. It's at the National Hispanic Cultural Center. We're in the Wells Fargo Auditorium,
Yes.
which is the 90-seater theater. So it's a real intimate setting, which is nice. March 20th through the 23rd, 28th through the 30th. If you want tickets, you can go to nhccnm.org or call the box office 724-4771.
Perfect.
Thank you, Alicia.
You're
Alicia
welcome.
Lueras Maldonado, the artistic director and producer and actor of this. And Shavone, good to see you.
Thank you. Thanks to the performance artists.
Yeah,
thank
thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
Yes.
It's been amazing.
Back with some news from the Downs in Albuquerque after this.